Welcome back to SnippetCoder, and we are back with another video. And this video is the continuation of our last video. And in this video we will learn how to integrate logout functionality, and also we will design dashboard with cards and data tables. And before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. First of all, we have to add one package, that is shared preferences. Now we will create one class, that is SharedService.file. And in this class we will create some methods, and that method we will use for that login and logout functionality. First method we will create that is of a future and future bool type, and we will name it as a is logged in. And we will provide the key name, and we will name it as a login_details. And here we will check if not null, then we will make it as a true, else we will pass it as a false. Now we will create one more method, static future void type, and we will name it as a set login detail, and we will provide here login response model. We will make it as a async, and here we will check return preference dot set string, and here we will pass the key name, and the key name is login_detail, and here we will check if model is not null, then we will JSON encode and here we will pass the model, else we will pass null model dot. Before that we have to modify our model class, and here we will create one method of toJSON map string dynamic toJSON, and then here we will pass map string dynamic map is equal to token, and we will pass here token dot trim, then we will pass here error dot trim, and here we will return the map. Now we will use it here, model.toJSON. Then we will create one more method that is named as static future void logout, and here we will call that set login detail, and we will pass the null. So what we are doing here is we have created one method that is logged in, and here we are checking that if the login detail is not null, then we will pass as it true. That means the user is logged in, and else we will pass the false. In the second method we have created set login detail, and we have passed the model name, that is login response model, and here we are just passing that JSON and saving it in the shared preference. On the third method we have created a logout, and when we click on the logout button, we are just passing that null, and we are just make it as a null, and in that case of null it will treat it as a false, and the user will be logged out from the system. Now we will update our login page, and the login page we have to go to the condition where we are just checking that if the token is not empty, and here we will call that SharedService method, and we will just set the login detail here, and here we will pass that values, that is our model, and then we will write the code to move to the dashboard page. We will write here navigator dot off, and here we will use the routing, and we will update our main.dart file also. Push and replacement name. After login we are just using that push replacement name, and once we are successfully logged in, and then we will move to the dashboard page, and when we try to move to the when we click to the back button of our device, we will not go to that login page because we are using here push replacement name. So now we have to update our we have to create one dashboard page also, and we will name it as a home underscore page.dart file, and we will make it as a stateful widget. Now we will update our main.dart file also, and here we will add the routing, and before that we are in the main function, we have to check that if the user is logged in or not. On the basis of that we will move to the user to that pages, like if the user is not logged in, and then we will move the user to the login page, else we will move the user to that home screen. For that we have to write the code here. By default we will pass widget and default home is equal to login page, and we will make the change the function to async, and here we will write widget flutter binding dot ensure initialize, and here we will check bool is logged login is equal to await shared service dot is logged in, and here we will check if is logged in, then default home is equal to new home page, else by default we are already using that login page. So this code is very important here, because here we are checking that if the user is logged in or not. On the basis of that we will redirecting user to their respective pages. So now we have to update. In the home we have to pass default home, then we will write here routes string, we get builder, home, build context, new home page, login, build context, new login page, so before running the application we have to update our home page also to have the login button here. For that we have to write the code. Return scaffold, then we have a app bar, and in the app bar we have to write app bar background color, and we are using here colors dot red accent. Then we have a title here, and we are passing here text dashboard. Then we have a actions here, and the action we are passing here gesture text detector, and we are using that on tap. And the child we are using row, and in the main access size we are using main access dot min. Then we will pass here padding. The padding we are using here 0 0, then we have 5 4, and in the child we are just using the icon here. We are using power setting new icon that is looking like a logout button icon. And then we will create label here. And here we will pass the text wizard. logout. Then we have a style here, and we are using the font size as a 18. Now here we have a body. So right now I will just pass the text here. Later on we will implement that section. Now on the on tag function, on that is we are using for that when user click on that logout button, and we have to execute some functionality here, and here we are just calling that SharedService.logout. And then here we will check and once the logout is done, then we will move that user to that login page. Navigator of context dot push replacement named, and here we are using login. Here also we are using the push replacement name because once the user click on the logout button, and the user will be moved to that login page, and when user try to click that back button on the device, they will not able to come back to that home page. So now we run the application to see that logout functionality is working or not. Before that we have to I will just hard code that login username password so that I don't have to rewrite it again and again. And here I have to pass the initial values also. Same here in the password also. So now let's run the application. So now we are in that login page. Now when I click on that login, user will be logged in, and that detail of that token will be saved in the shared preferences. On the basis of that information, user will be moved to that home screen and all. So now we are in the dashboard, and here we are getting the label of dashboard, and then we have a button that is named as a logout. And if I try to reload the application, then we will stay in the home screen only because we have not yet remove the session and all. So now if I click on the logout button, user will be moved to that login screen. If I try to reload the application, then I will stay in the home that login page only, because that session has been removed from the shared preferences. That's all in this video, and we have covered that logout functionality, and we have checked that if the user is logged in or not. On the basis of that, we are moving user from one page to another page with the help of the shared preferences. And in our next video, we will cover the dashboard screen, and in that dashboard screen we will use the cards, and also we will use the data tables. So I hope you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share, and click the bell icon to get notified of our upcoming videos. Thank you all.